What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, I've got every single reward for the exchange from the All-Star event in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. And what I'm going to be doing in this video is ranking all of them on how good they are for their specific value on this tier. So, for example, Kenneth Freed, the Amethyst card, might be ahead of the 100 overall Vince. Why? Well, because the 100 overall Vince costs thousands of dollars, whereas the Kenneth Fareed is super easy to get and a card I probably would recommend. So just kind of know that as we dive into this video. Yes, Vince Carter is great, but the problem for Vince Carter is you need 20 of the 20 of the top exchanges. So if you look at the exchange, basically the All-Star exchange, you need basically, what is it, 3 golds to get an Ami, you need 6 Amis to get a diamond, you need 5 diamonds to get a pink diamond, 4 pink diamonds to get a Galaxy Opal, 3 of the Galaxy Opals to get a Dark Matter, 2 of the Dark Matters to get 100 overall All-Star event, and then you need 20 of the 100 overall All-Star event cards to get Vince Carter. And so I'll break down all of them, but let's start with Vince Carter. What do I think he is? Honestly, F tier. I do. Yes, Vince Carter's incredible. I get it, but value-wise, he's not good. He's not. I'm sorry. He is not worth getting on this game, because if you do get him, you're gonna be so far in the negative end, as far as money spent on this game. He is absolutely not worth it. Next up, we've got the 99 overall premium card, in which you need 5 100 overall event cards for. Yes, it is a better value than Vince Carter. However, it is still a horrible value on this game. I'm gonna go D tier. Next up, you've got a pink diamond option coach pack, all-star coach option pack for 200 overalls. Really bad value. Honestly, F tier. I mean, coaches are fine. I guess I'll go D tier. If you don't have a coach, whatever. I just don't think it's worth it. Next up, you've got 2 of the 100 overall lock-in event cards for a Galaxy Opal option pack. I think that's better, because you only have to get 2 of them, plus you get a Galaxy Opal option pack out of 3 cards, in which you're probably going to get at least a decent card. Next up, for Magic Johnson and Larry Bird both, in which I actually, they have a duo with each other, but for Magic Johnson and Larry Bird both, you need 10 of the Dark Matter cards. In exchange, it's basically 5 of the 100 overall event cards, so they're not cheap by any means. However, I think they're both really solid cards. And so, is it better value than going and getting the Galaxy Opal option pack? Probably. I mean, probably both are C tier, but they're still both super expensive, and I still do not recommend it. Next up, for 1 Dark Matter piece, you can get the duo of Mark Price and Isaiah Ryder. I'm going F tier though. That duo is not worth anything. That duo is not good. And for a Dark Matter event card, you can do better things with it. I'm going F tier. Next up, we do see Galaxy Opal Paul Pierce. Now, Galaxy Opal Paul Pierce does see his release on very quick. You only need 1 Galaxy Opal event card. However, Paul Pierce is not great. I'm throwing him at that D tier. Jason Richardson up next. You need 5 Galaxy Opal All-Star event cards, which sounds crazy, but with as good as Jason Richardson is, I'm going to go high with J-Rich. I'm going to go A tier, because at the end of the day, the way I think of it is, J-Rich is so much less than a Magic or Larry as far as what you need for him. And he is a really good card. If you look at the animations of J-Rich, the card is an absolute stud. And I'm doing the same thing with Karl Malone. Yes, these cards are still hard to get, but if you're looking price-wise, if you do open any packs, they're going to be way cheaper than getting a guy like Magic Johnson or Larry Bird. And I think both J-Rich and Karl Malone are extremely good cards. Next up, the duo of Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, I honestly think is underrated. You get both of these cards. Both of them are really good. Zach LaVine's one of the still better point guards in the game. They both have a dynamic duo, so you're getting 2 cards that are extremely good. I'm going S tier. Yes, I know Aaron Gordon's release isn't great, but both these cards are good. Both of them can play. I'm going S tier. Next up, for 2 Galaxy Opal All-Star event cards, you can get a 97 overall premium pack. Now, for whatever reason, it's not actually on this tier list, which is fine, but I would put the 97 overall premium pack probably at that, for 2 Galaxy Opals, C tier. I don't really love it, so it's fine that it's not on here. Next up, Pink Diamond to White for 2 Pink Diamonds. I just don't love Dwight Howard. I'm going to go D tier. I wish his 3-ball was higher. He's not horrible. Maybe C tier for his value, but he's not as good as Glenn Rice. Like Glenn Rice, he's the Malik base on very quick. For 2 Pink Diamonds, I like the value of the card. Then we see Jeff Hornacek. I'm going to go C tier. Don't really love the card. Same thing with the Dwight Howard. I just don't think the card is good whatsoever. Next up, the duo of Kenny Walker and Dale Ellis. Look, I know it's cheap. You only need 3 Pink Diamonds, but I just do not love that duo. Next up, for a Pink Diamond, you need 3 Pink Diamond All-Star event cards. It's fine, but would I rather you guys go and get, let's say, a Glenn Rice? I would. I would much rather you guys go get Glenn Rice, because the odds you pulling a Victor Wembanyama out of that is just not great. Next up, All-Star 10 box, and this one's interesting. You need 3 Pink Diamond event cards. I actually like this 10 box. Now, let me tell you why. Number one, you're going to get shoes, you're going to get badges, you're going to get other stuff you can sell. But number two, you never know. Maybe you could have some good luck. Maybe you could pull a Galaxy Opal or something out of it. No, I don't love it. I don't think it's perfect. But as far as value-wise, I don't hate it. Next up, we do see a Legend badge. And for the Legend badge, you do need 3 Pink Diamond All-Star event cards. It's fine. I just feel like Legend badges at this stage, it is what it is, I guess. Next up, Diamond Premium pack for 1 Pink Diamond event card, D tier. Diamonds at this stage are just not very valuable. And I think there's, 2 different diamonds that you can get for a Pink Diamond, or for a diamond card. They're literally the same exchange. I'm going to put both of them at D tier. I don't know why there's 2 of them. Then we see all the diamond cards. And for each and every one of the diamonds, I guess Harold Miner, you need 2 diamond cards. For Benedict Mathurin, you only need 1. For Jose Alvarado, you only need 1. So Harold Miner obviously probably is the best. And for a diamond, I'm going to go B tier. I really don't mind it. I think Benedict Mathurin with his release on quick is solid value at B tier. And I know Jose Alvarado is only 6 feet tall. But if you look at what he gives you on the defensive end of the court for a diamond, I don't hate him. And so I'm honestly going to put all of those cards at B tier because they're super easy to get. And I think all of the cards are solid. Next up, we do have a dynamic duo. It takes 2 diamond cards. This is with Cedric Ceballos as well as Craig Hodges. Disgusting. D tier. If you want me to sit up here and hype that up, it's not going to happen. Next up, you have the dynamic duo of Joe Johnson and Q Rich. Another pretty gross one. 2 diamond all-star events. I guess I'll go C tier. That's just not great. Then we see Tim Legler as well as Brent Barry for 2 diamond all-star event cards. Pretty gross. I'm going to go D tier. Then for 3 diamond all-stars, you get the duo of Jason Williams and Rafe LaFrentz. It makes Rafe better, but it's still D tier. It's still not a good duo in my opinion. Really, the only good duo I like right now is the Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine one. For 4 diamond all-star event cards, you can get a Season 3 Super Pack. Yikes, D tier. I just really do not love it. Next up, Hollow Diamond for 6 diamond all-star event cards. The D tier. Then an Ami Hollow, B tier. Unless you really want hollow cards, I just don't love it. For 3 diamond all-star event cards, you get, it looks like just a Hall of Fame badge, okay, for 3 diamonds, but then you can get a Hall of Fame badge for 1 diamond. So I don't know what this is. I don't know why you got to exchange 3 diamonds for 1 and 1 diamond for the other one. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So obviously the one that's 1 diamond, I'm going to have higher. Then for D Brown, who I actually really like this D Brown card. I think value-wise is one of the best things you can use your, all-star things on. Plays a lot of defense. Release-wise is solid. For 1 Amethyst event card, I'm going S tier with D Brown. I am. Because if you need a point guard, a budget point guard to start your squad off with, I think D Brown for his value is extremely good. I also think Kenneth Faried, for his value is extremely good, and he's going to S tier as well. Remember, most people aren't going to get, those dark matter event cards. And so guess what? If you get an amethyst event card and can go get yourself Kenneth Faried for free, he is a great guy for no money spent type squads. Daquan Cook up next. He's an amethyst event card. I just don't think he's quite as good. I mean, he's still fine because he's going to be able to shoot the ball, so I'm going to put him at B tier. I just don't think that he is perfect. Now, as far as these coaches for Shaq and Kenny Smith, you do need 10 amethyst event cards. I don't know, like C tier, I guess, if you really need a coach. It is what it is. And I'm going to do the same thing with all these rubies. Now, to be honest, I don't know what all of these coaches do. I just can't in good conscience recommend you guys spending a bunch of good things on them. Next up, Deluxe Badge Pack for 2 Amethyst event cards. It's not as overpowered as it was last time. Like last time around, you literally could turn your event cards into easy MT. It's not as valuable, but it's still not worthless. I'm going to go D tier. Diamond Shoe and Takeover event pack. It's fine. I'm going to go D tier. Still is not worth it. I'd much rather you guys go get Kenneth Faried. All-Star Uniforms. 3 gold event cards can get you all-star uniforms. A lot of people probably like those uniforms, and I don't even hate them. So value-wise, I guess I'm going to go B tier. All-Star Court, I'm going to throw that at B tier as well. Call me crazy, but again, if it's such an easy exchange, I'm not going to mind it that much. And so if you look at my tier list, you're going to notice that if you have a bunch of event cards, what do I recommend? Well, boom, Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon, and then J. Rich Carmelo. Those are by far, if you have a bunch of event cards that you need to use, that's what I would recommend. After that, if you're kind of on a budget, I'd go D. Brown, Kenneth Faried. And then guess what? If you have any left over, go get Glenn Rice. If you're balling on, go get Glenn Rice for that $10. If you're balling on a budget, those diamond cards are fine. Daquan Cook is a fine card. Then again, if you have all of the, things in the world, there are a lot of these, the things you need, a lot of the all-star event cards. I like the Magic and Bird. I think they're a better value than, let's say, a guy like Paul Pierce. The Galaxy Opal option pack is fine as well. Again, balling on a budget, I don't mind the 95 pack. Hornacek, Dwight Howard can obviously play as well. Anything D tier or lower, things I really don't recommend. And again, Vince Carter's like $2,000, so I will never hype that type of thing up on this game. That's going to wrap it up for our tier list, breaking down the whole event. Hopefully it helps you guys out just slightly, helps you guys figure out what you really are trying to get out of the game. That's going to wrap it up. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.